Hello, my name is Hannah, and today we're building a cottage A-frame in Glimmerbrook, which is actually probably one of my favorite worlds to build in. One, the lighting, have you seen it? It's gorgeous. Like, screenshots in this world are perfect. They're, like, the lighting is great, and every, like, well, not everyone, but most, like, times of the day you can see the front of the build, and it's just great. It's great for everything. And so I built another one in here, except for also the fantasy it kind of like, it's yeah, it has like a fantasy theme, and I really like that. I think it looks really cool, and so that also makes it good for like screenshots, and also the background is also really cool. So that's it's good. But I built a cottage, which is what I usually build in Glimmerbrook. That's just like, it's kind of like what you have to because of the surroundings and like the houses that are already there. You get like cottages, A-frame kind of things, and then whatever like the magical mushroom looking things that the houses normally are look like, that come with the pack. So that's about like what you can do with it, but you could really build anything in here, and I have done that like before. There's a wide range of things, because like anything that looks kind of like magical or like cute and like stuff like that could fit really well into this world, which I think is really fun. But today I built an A-frame, which I've built an A-frame before. I hadn't built A-frames for so long because they're like I always got confused on like how people were doing that, and so because they're kind of difficult when you don't like fully understand that, because I am not like great at roofing, like I'm not like outstanding, like I can understand roofs, but I was so confused when I looked at like other people who built like A-frames. I was like, how did they do that? I figured it out eventually. This one's a bigger A-frame than I normally do. Usually I only have like a singular floor like kind of thing with like a bump out kind of thing, but I made it big this time because I wanted to, and it also like it looks kind of cool because it's like 2 stories of like just like a triangle, and then I put like a modern kind of extension on it. It doesn't really make sense as an extension when you're on the inside. I kind of tried to make it more of like seeming like it could have been a working house without the extension. However, it would be really, really cramped upstairs, and you'd have like a itsy bitsy hallway with like just doors to a bedroom, 2 bedrooms and a bathroom without that area. So that's, it's fine though because it looks good from the outside. From the inside, it kind of looks strange because you go from like very cottagey, very like brown and like rustic themes, and then you go into this room and it's like the furniture and like the rugs and stuff that I used was also that, but then you have these big glass white windows, and so it's just like, where did that come from kind of thing. So but it does look cool, and I also put like fancy curtains on it. I don't know, I think I used the cats and dogs ones, but I think I used the small cats and dogs ones downstairs, and I think I used like the bigger like short story small wall height, that one. Yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say right there, but I used those cats and dogs curtains, and those look really cool in a lot of cottagey builds, so I thought that was really cool. I also put like a bench outside, which I do in a lot of like these houses that are like, cottage kind of stuff. I just feel like it'd be so much fun to just sit outside on your front like kind of porch kind of area, porch in like quotations and stuff, and you can just like look out to the fun area, see your neighborhood spellcaster walk by, and you just say hi because magicians exist in this world. I think that'd be pretty cool. Also, you can see in the kitchen the one of the windows is getting covered up by a cabinet counter, that's the word. And I thought that was fine because it's not the door, because it's not part of the door, but it looks like it's part of the door because I put the windows and the door right next to each other at the same height. But it doesn't actually impact anything. I think you can still get through the door. I don't think that's an issue. So it should probably be fine, and it probably doesn't have any limitations, but you can see that the cabinet kind of is blocking that window, but it's fine. You can't tell from the outside. And also, you can see that I put the living room on the 2nd story, which I thought was kind of cool in that like extension kind of area. And so it's kind of fancy. You go upstairs to get to the living room, and I put like a bedroom downstairs. The master bedroom is downstairs, and then you get a big like dining area that you'll see here in like a couple minutes. And I thought that was really cute. But I guess that's probably it for the build. I don't really have anything else to say, so we're going to go on to today's story kind of topic kind of thing. So I was going to talk about cheer, but then I was like, no, we'll talk about that in tomorrow's video because I cannot be bothered. So we're going to talk about soccer. So now, if you have followed me or like subscribed or like watched videos from a bit ago, I have talked about like the fact that I was a soccer player for a bit. I was a soccer player for at least, I think, somewhere between 5 and 6 years. I started when I was like 5 and ended when I was like 11. So in between there, I had a lot of soccer experience. I did it with the YMCA. So it wasn't like actually like soccer, no professional stuff. I did with the YMCA. So, it's like kids soccer. So, I quit before I was going to go into like an actual like soccer team because I was like, no, instead I want to do competitive cheerleading, which is kind of like a full like 180 turn from that. But, that's just what happened. But as I was a soccer player for a fairly long period of time, I have I have like kind of like some things to like talk about and like a couple stories that I remember. I don't really remember a lot from the time as I was young, and also it's not that entertaining. I just played soccer, kind of that stuff. But with the YMCA, the one thing that I remember like really like in my head is the shirts that they had us wear, because they're like soccer jersey kind of things. There's like that kind of stuff, but they're like reversible. Like, okay, so on one side was red and the other side was blue, judging like if you were home or away. And so it was always just like, okay, are we home or away every single time, so we knew whether to put the red side out or the blue side out. And sometimes they would get it wrong. Like sometimes they're like, yeah, we're home, and I don't remember if red or blue was home or away. I couldn't tell you. But then when we got there and the other team was also wearing that color, we'd be like, oh, so who's wrong? And then sometimes you'd have to like full on like turn your shirt inside out on a soccer field, and that's like really fun. That's like a lot of fun. Would recommend having to turn your shirt inside out on the middle of a field, in the middle of a bunch of fields. It's really fun. And that happened like a couple times. It didn't happen all of the time, because sometimes they got ahead of time information and they were just like, yes, we are actually sure we are home this time. But it always happened. It would always be red that we had to change to blue. I don't know why, but it was always just like, okay, so I know I told you to wear red, but I meant blue, so we're gonna need y'all to switch now. So that happened, and it was definitely an experience. But also another like a small story that I remember, that one time when we were playing soccer, just in the middle of a game, the entire field kind of just like froze. Not like in a magical kind of way, but we all just kind of like stopped moving because it was like a standstill with the ball, because like a girl was trying to get through and all of us were just like standing there. And so it was just like silent and no movement for like, I don't know, like 30 seconds, like not very long, but it like felt like for like a very long time. And so I ran through the like frozen field of just people, and I kicked the ball into the net. It was a very cool accomplishment. Me at 8 was very good. Great. I was very happy because everyone was like very happy that I had done that, and so I felt really good that day. I couldn't say that was that was probably one of the better things that I did in soccer. I wasn't a master at soccer, but I wasn't terrible at it. But that was probably one of the better things. I was fairly decent at shooting goals, so people kept, giving me the ball when I was close to the net. And sometimes I would do it, or sometimes I would kick the goalie with the ball. It was really fun. I did that several times. Accidentally, not purposefully. I'm very sorry to anybody who I accidentally kicked with a soccer ball, but it's payback. It was a karma kind of like payback thing, because I've gotten hit by a soccer ball twice now in my life and resulted in serious injuries. So that's fun. Those quick things that was all. A soccer ball is what resulted in me killing one of my teeth, and I had to get a root canal for that. I've talked about that before. That was a soccer ball incident, because I got kicked in the face with a soccer ball. Really fun. And then also back in like December, end of December, I got kicked in the face with a soccer ball, and I bruised my eyelid. I couldn't see out of my eyelid, and then I also hurt my jaw. Really fun times. So I'm very sorry to the goalie. Please don't hit me with a soccer ball in your magical like karma ways anymore, please. Got it? Okay. We all good now? And so that's just kind of what happens. You accidentally kicked people with soccer ball when you were 7, and now you're still getting kicked by soccer balls as payback. Fun times, right? Yeah. But that's probably about it. I could probably find some other things to talk about. But that's about it. for soccer stories and like today. So it is almost screenshots time. Subscribe maybe if you like today's video. But as I said, it is almost screenshots time, so I post a new video every day of the week, so you can watch another video tomorrow. Bye!